fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
All right.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air.
Okay.
Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Raise your fist in the air. Where to am I from?
Howdy, folks. How's it going? How was the holidays? Just checking my audio as usual. Always seems to be a little low. I'm going to rebuild this show on top. What's up, folks? I'm Grimskull, the super pixel pushing samurai. The super awesome pixel pushing. Yeah, I forgot a word there. That's what I did. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. Relaxing, maybe. Got everything they wanted on their Christmas list besides slipper socks or ties or that sort of stuff. Tonight, we're going to do some character rigging in Character Animator by Adobe. I have a job. I have several jobs, really, but a project. I got a commission to do some characters for a local rehabilitation center to kind of talk about disabilities and how Easter Seals Rehabilitation Center can help both adults and children with disabilities manage to be more independent. And they wanted to do that with some fun characters. Let me just pull some up here. So, it's a black screen. The black screen of death. There we go. So the series is it's a series of videos and it's animated by this narrator here. And I can show you the narrator in our narration scene. Let's get her kind of moving. So the narrator can move as I move on screen. Tilt her head. I've got keyboard shortcuts to where she can look around. We have some triggers to make her, do things like put her hands down. She can point up. Her eyebrows go up and down with mine. We usually have her in a scene. There's the scene that we have her in. There we go. And she can point, and I don't have her talking yet. We'll have to, let me turn on the microphone. Actually, I'll have to turn on the, it's the the camera microphone. Because you can have them mouth move as you're talking. I gotta go in the preferences here real quick. And this is not, there we go. So now you can see as I talk, the character talks. You make them point and do hand gestures and look around and move. Stuff like that. What I do is I have a voice, a script that I'm going to have a voiceover actor, a voice actor. Hello, Joseph. I mean, I look a little different, I guess. Oh, that was loud in my ears. Sorry. There we go. So this is the character that we're working on, or is it's done, right? It's done. This character's done. So we can make him look around, do gestures, all that kind of stuff. This software also lets you do like VTubing, so I could VTube with characters with this. Who knows? I might do that on my gaming channel. I'm thinking about it. I'm just calibrating it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I love the eyebrows. All right, so we're gonna take a character from our list of characters. We have Bobby, which I've already rigged. Chloe. I'm trying to think who's next in the list of characters. Laura's next, so let's go find Laura. Okay, here is Laura. I'm going to open up a new file. We're going to go back and we're going to find Laura in the group here. This is Laura. We're going to lock the room off and go back and select Laura again, because we just want Laura. We don't want the linked file. We don't want that. Okay, back to, we don't want the name. We'll lock that off. All right, Laura. We just want Laura. And we're going to copy, go to our new, and paste. That brought a bunch of crap over, which we didn't need. All right, that's okay. We'll clean this up a bit. We do not need the room. We do not need her name or these linked files. Now we just have Laura. Hope everyone is doing good. Are we ready for the new year? First thing we're going to do is we're going to name this plus Laura, right? There's a lot of parts here, but we want to kind of separate things. One of the things we have, first off, is the head. We're going to take the head and we're going to drag that to the top. And I'm going to name that plus head. I'm going to take torso here. I'm going to take the torso, drag that to the top. I'm going to call that plus body. There's a lot of things here that I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's her hearing aid. We have a hearing aid. All right. So we're going to grab a few of these things here and then move those up into that head group. Laura has a hearing aid, as you can see, right? All right. So Laura, we have Laura's head kind of separated. There's a few little items there I see I need to move. That and that, and then I think this does this need to go up there? I think we need to move that to the back. Yeah, and that up to the top. And I think what we'll do is I'm going to select all of these. I think we had a little, like, one other thing too. There was a little bitty, yeah, these things right here. Let's select those. Where are they? They're way down there. We're going to take those and drag them up to the hearing aid or up to the head area. It'll disappear. It only did 2 of them. I hate it when it does that. It still only did the 1. All right. Here we go. And boom, there we go. All right, so if we turn our head back on, we should now have all the components of the hearing aid. I'm going to select those, all of these little components. And I'm going to hit Control G. And that creates a group. And then I'm going to say hearing aid, right? What? That's a group. I don't know why that's a group, but we're going to move that group into the head group there. There's a lot of things we need to do with the head too. Do you create all of this from scratch or get them somewhere? I got these characters from Envato Elements. They suited the style that I wanted. I showed them to the client. They loved them. So, and they're all Illustrator or vector format. Easy for me to bring into Illustrator to then move pieces around, group things. How's it going? All right. So we have the body here. We have the body, which we're going to, let's see. All of these we want to group. Actually, I don't know why that's grouped. Why is that grouped? Got a path here that's doesn't need to be grouped. Another path that doesn't need to be grouped. I could probably just ungroup. We're going to move that to the bottom. We're going to move that there. This is going to go behind. There we go. All right. Body, I think we want to put the leg, a leg in there. We want to put the right leg in there. But we're going to drag those down to the bottom. Now we're left with arms. So we now have this body, right? All in one, in a group. All right. That, and that. Okay, we're gonna select all these parts, 4 parts here, that is composing her right arm. We're gonna group that. I'm then going to say right arm, and then the other one's going to do the same. That's her left arm. I'm going to group it, and then we're going to say plus left arm. It's very important, character animator, you kind of label things the correct way. Because when you pull this into Character Animator, it's going to identify the labels so that you can rig it later. In fact, one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Character Animator with our narrator selected. I'm going to hit AI. That's going to bring her character up. And I'm going to look and see, like, you know, from top to bottom, right? We got, she's blank because I didn't name her correctly, but that's okay. But with Laura, and let's go ahead and save as, and then I'm going to create a folder and I'm going to call that Laura. All right. And I'm going to look at the animator. Like, we got the character name should go there, head and body. So let's go back to Laura. Like, we want to take that plus off, and the body plus off. And then we see that there's only a head and body for them. So we need to move the right and left arms into the body because that's part of the body. Now we've got what's called the torso. So we're going to select all these pieces that are part of the torso. We're going to hit G. Now that's torso. So part of the body, we've got a right and left arm, which we're going to move to the under the torso. There we go. Now it looks good. So now we got the torso, we got a left arm and a right arm. Now the reason you have the plus is because that means those are going to move independent of everything else. Everything else, if it's doesn't have a plus, it kind of welds itself together to make it one. So her legs and her torso will be kind of, molded. Now, if we were going to do walking animations, which we're not doing that, I'm not doing that for this project. But if we were doing walking animations, we would then put pluses there so that we could rig them. But we're going to go up to the head. We're going to go up to the head. We've got the hearing aid. We got a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of work going on here. Because one of the things we want to do is we're going to create, I believe, what do we got for the head? We're going to have a mouth, a nose, eyebrows, a left eye, and a right eye, and a face background. So let's start by separating the face background. Right. I'm going to use the direct selection tool and just start selecting some parts, the hair, the headbands, the ponytails, all that stuff. And I am going to group that and call that face background. Right? Face background. All right. I'm going to take that face background and I'm going to move it up. I'm going to turn it off. We've got a few other things that need to go into the face background. These little, rosy dots there did not make it into the face background. Now they did. I'm actually going to take her nose and that little thing, and we're going to put that in the face background. There we go. I'm going to take the ear detail, put it in the face background. I'm then going to move the hearing aid into the face background. Turn everything else off. There's something there. What is that? All right. So we got a face background now. With all the details that are not going to move. What's going on, Alex? Just FYI, cam's a little laggy, maybe because you got lots of Adobe. Yeah, it is laggy. Now it says excellent connection. I don't know what's going on. Merry Christmas, Alex. Hope everything, well, You sort of had a Merry Christmas, but then I don't. Was that another recent ban? I think, was it? I believe I saw. All right, so I'm going to create 2 layers. We're going to go maybe we're going to go it won't let me drag. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually select it and let's drag it up there. All right. Nope, I didn't want the whole thing. I just wanted an eyebrow. I'm gonna select the eyebrow. There we go. We're gonna select that eyebrow. Boom. This is the right eyebrow. And we'll put a plus on that because we want that to move independently. Three whole weeks. Let's this other layer we're gonna say is the left eyebrow, and then we'll go find that left eyebrow, and we're gonna move that to the left eyebrow. All right, now we got left and right eyebrows done. We're going to start on the eyes. Actually, what we'll do is we will, let's say, mouth. A little bit of miscellaneous stuff there that I don't want. All right, back to the mouth. We're gonna select the mouth. We'll clean the rest of that up later. All right. That moved the whole thing, dang it. There we go. All right, now we've got the mouth separated. There was one video on the channel, and they said it was multiple instances of spam, scam, commercially accepted practices, all in one video, I guess. Yeah, someone is... Jesus. It sounds like it. All right, we're going to focus on these eyes next now. We're going to turn off the eyebrows and everything. And focus on the eyes, because we need to separate these eyes. Right. We're going to go, I'll show you over here. We're going to have a left eye and a right eye. And each eye is going to have a blink, an eyelid, the pupil, the eyeball, and detail. So I'm going to go. One too many. Actually, what we can do is, no. Let's delete those. We'll go in and see already. We do got the groups already. I don't know what I guess I did those already. Yeah, so we got those grouped already. So this is the left. So we're going to take both of those and group it. And we're going to say left eye. Do we need to have that? Yes, left eye. It's going to be left eye. And then we're going to go group. Group plus right eye. And one of the things we're going to do is going to make this the group that as the left eyeball. I'm going to say this is the left pupil. And then this last bit of path there is the detail. This detail. So in the group. Okay. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's doing that. If I group it, maybe it'll, I don't know. We're going to take the left eye. We're going to take the left eye and put it up there to the head. There we go. And then we'll take the right eye and do the same thing. We'll just drag it out. That gets rid of those groups, right? Because the head has a mouth and then the eyes and the eyebrows. Where did our eyebrows go? We're going to take those, stick it in the head. Got to make sure you can see them. Always kind of figure, why won't it let me? Why? Let's deselect everything. Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Dang. I'm going to save this just in case. All right, we're going to take these out of these groups and then drop them. And then delete those. It will not let me. So then we're going to say left eyebrow. Right eyebrow. All right. We're going to call this detail. There we go. Detail. And then drag it down to the bottom. All right, so we have our face background. We have left and right eyes and eyebrows. We've got a pupil. I think the pupils. Yes, those need to be able to move independently, but because they are within, let me check. Yeah. We need to put a plus there, and then a plus on the, oops, okay. Plus on the right pupil, plus right pupil. We need to say this is the right eyeball. Do the same with the left. Again, very important to go through and left to make sure that everything is named. Mouth. So we're going to take the mouth. We need to take the mouth and put it within the head area. But I think what we're going to do, I'm going to open up the Bobby character. Because Bobby has all the mouth shapes that we want to use. And we want to do some blink, some eyelids apparent with for Laura too. All right, so I'm gonna select the mouth there. Let's go back to Laura. I'm just gonna delete that mouth. All right, we'll delete that layer, and we're going to target the mouth. I may have to move things out, but let's zoom out a bit. Okay, boom. All right, so that's way down there. All right, so we can just delete that one because it just kind of placed it where it needed to go. I think the mouth may be a little bit too small. No, that's good. Mouth. Hans, thank you, sir. Much appreciated. All right, we're going to make sure to turn all these on, because when we move it, we want to move everything. Maybe down just a little bit. How'd she used to look, right? It's just, I mean, the mouth was a little bit bigger, wasn't it? Eric Galvez, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome to the show. I am Grimskull, the super pixel pushing samurai. Error, please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently keyframes. What is going on today? YouTube doesn't seem to be cooperating, or maybe my stream software doesn't. Yeah, I think we can make her mouth need. We need to increase the size there of the mouth. So we're just gonna kind of there. I think that's good. Let's close your mouth, Laura. There we go. There's Laura. Laura, we got her mouth in there. We want to do some eyelids for Laura. We're going to move the mouth inside the head. Let's go to our eyes and do some eyelids. Hello, Rocket Queen. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I think we will create a layer. I think we'll just go into the eyeball, right? We're going to go to the left eyeball. And we're going to just make a copy of that. And then I think I'll just make it the same color as the detail. And then with that layer selected, we're going to take our pen tool. We're going to create a point. Actually, we'll go up here. We'll outside here, and then we'll kind of do a, and then just a bit of a slit. We're going to then choose the color of the eyebrow. There we go. It kind of looks odd. Let's just move it over just a bit. Now we can come back in and fiddle with these later. I'm going to put that in the eyeball. If I group that, there we go. That's going to be eyelid. Now let's drag that into the eyeball, the left eye. All right, that's the left eye. And then I'm going to select it and just drag a copy of it over to the right eye. And with it selected, I'm just going to kind of move it over. go. Just got a nice blink. Have you ever used Doodly software? I have not used it. I've seen it. I came close to buying it a few times, but because they always have sales going on. But no, I have not. All right, Joseph. Thanks as always for stopping by. I appreciate you, sir. Folks, if you're looking for some motivation, if you have something in your unconscious mind that is preventing you from achieving your goals, you need to go check out Joseph's YouTube channel, youtube.com, Joseph Clough, and get the mental medicine you need. Not only is Joseph a good friend of mine, but he's helped me break out of my imposter syndrome on many occasions. I highly recommend checking out his channel. Hello, Michelle. I don't know what's going on my stream. I'm all wonky today. We're going to press on. I don't see anything that should be killing me like this. I don't know why. I'm just kind of going in here and looking for things to kill. I mean, stop. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. And while you guys are there, hit the like button. That would help. That helps a lot. This is Creator Mix from Nick and D. Nimmons. Let's see. What I believe we need to call this blink. Left blink. We're going to call this not eyelid, but left blink. And this is right blink. I think we're almost done with the face. We got our mouth. I'm not going to worry about the nose. I got the nose here, but the eye, we got all the parts for each of those. We got a face background. All right. We're going to say the face is done. The face is done. Now, what I want to do now is make sure that our arms are set up. In our body, we got the torso. We got a left arm. We got a right arm. We've got legs. She knows how to use them. Sorry. I apologize. Now, I have the legs behind the torso at the moment. I think I want to move my legs into the torso. I'm going to move those legs into the torso group. This is my favorite song, State of Decay. This is commissioned work. I am doing a character animation video for the Easter Seals Rehabilitation Center here in town. for my former boss and good friend, Mr. Todd Rao, who works over at the Easter Seals Real. He was my boss over at when I worked at the local TV station. He was my boss, and I used to work for his dad at an advertising agency. So we've been good friends for a while. Easter Seals is a great organization and a worthy cause. We used to put on the Easter Seals Telethon. I did that for like 9 years when I was at the station. All right, so we have these the arms. Now, one of the things I need to do with the arms, I said let's hide the torso. Where did the torso go? I'm gonna hide the torso. I need to create this so that the sleeves go up behind. So the easy way to do that is to use the direct selection tool and just move these anchor points. Up like this. Then we'll go over to this one and do the same thing. So what I love about Illustrator is being able to go in and make modifications on your characters like this fluidly. So now we have our character with her arms and the torso. I think we're pretty much good to go. Let me get rid of this other layer. All right, I'm going to delete that layer. All right, Laura's good to go. We're going to save it. I'm going to move over to Character Animator. Nice. All right, so as you can see, this is a character that's rigged. Got to meet Mike Gaminsky and the other player. Nice. Cool. Very cool. All right. This is the narrator. This is Bobby. Bobby's one of our other characters. He blinks when I do. He talks when I do. I gotta check the sensitivity on the microphone because he's talking too much. I'm going to use something called Internet Jock and have a voice actor do it. Well, that's a company, a website we've used for years to go in and find people to do voiceovers. I did do AI for the rough. All right. You just keep wanting to talk, don't you, Bobby? Keep running your mouth. Okay. That's a little better. Now he's not he's not talking so much when I'm not talking. Right? I mean, what can you do, right? What can you do? I can, you know, talk and move my hands. You know, yep. Look over there. I don't know who that cute girl is, but I mean, she's really hot. You know. All right. Yeah. See you later. Gotta go. All right. So that's Bob. That's Bobby. He's the fully rigged character. You know, I can put his hands in poses and move them as I want and look around, and you know, he's gonna, you know, talk how I want to. But what I'm gonna do is use a voice. We use a voice track that can lip sync. The character can lip sync from a voice track. So that's what we're gonna do. Bobby doesn't really. None of the other characters talk except the narrator. But all right, so we want to import Laura, and then we're gonna rig her. So here's Laura. All right. Here's Laura. She's kind of floating around, you know. Her mouth works. She blinks. Her eyebrows work. She's kind of out of place. Let's put a playroom. Let's put the playroom in here. Give her some place to, you know, interact with. So she's kind of large. So we kind of want to fix that. So we're going to scale her down a bit. Scale her down a bit and maybe move her over a little bit. How about right there? We're on the floor. There we go. Now, her body's moving around. We don't want that. So we need to go into the rig. All right, this is her rig. We're gonna grab Laura. We're gonna click on the body here. We're gonna go down and we're gonna grab a couple of pins and we're gonna fix her feet. Right there. Her feet are fixed now. So if we go back to record, there we go. Now she's fixed to the floor and she can sway back and forth. She looks pretty well connected. I mean, look, for all that stuff we did, she's pretty much, you know, almost done, right? She can talk, you know, look around, blink. Her arms and stuff don't do anything though, so that's kind of a problem, right? That's kind of a problem. Her arms don't do anything because we want to do some gestures, right? All right. So let's go back into our rig. Let's start with her head, right? I'm going to move the head to around the neck area. And that just gives us a point. That just gives us a point of, you know, that's her neck. Right? That's her neck. All right, let's start with her hands. We're going to go with her hands and we're going to go with the left arm. All right. Click on the left arm. We're going to move the origin point, which is right here, to about her shoulder. We're going to go and click on a dragger, and we're going to put a dragger on her hand. And then that is the left hand. So we're going to tag that by selecting left wrist over here. And then we're going to take a handle tool And we're going to put that about where the elbow is. And then we're going to select the elbow. I'm going to go back over and select her body. And I can put another, what do we call it? The dragger. No, the handle tool. And we're going to click right on that green dot. And that's going to be the shoulder. So now we should be able to drag her hand. All right. Now, it's kind of all wobbly because I didn't do something. I didn't do something I needed to do. Which if we go back to the rig tool, and we click on make sure Laura's selected, we want to add a behavior. We want to add limbs IK. Now, on that left arm, we've got another thing to add, which are sticks. The stick tool. And that creates kind of a bone structure. We're going to add the first one here between her shoulder and the elbow, and then another one from the elbow to the wrist. That gives, like, puts bones in there. Grim, I hate to leave the party, but I have to set up stream. Your work looks awesome. I'll see you on our Creative Toolkit. Have a rock-tastic night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good luck. All right. So we got some bones on it. So now it's starting to act more like an arm, right? Now it's acting like an arm. Now we got this stretchiness in it, right? She's like Stretch Armstrong. I don't like that. The way to fix that is we're going to go to the limb IK. There's a thing called stretchiness. I'm going to set that to 0 because I don't like that. But everything else looks like it works just fine. Right? You know, within reason. And her shoulder, I feel like her shoulder does pretty good. I mean, I might go in and this little area make that rounded more so that it doesn't stick out, you know, because we got the same thing over here. You know, we've got this little, you know, jaggy thing that sticks out. So we may round these areas. All right, so let's go back. Let's get her other arm done. The right arm. We're going to move that to about there. I'm going to click a dragger and stick that there. We're going to say that's the wrist. I'm going to click a handle and put that where the elbow is. I'm going to tag that as an elbow. And then I'm going to go back to the body. Again, where that green dot is, I'm going to put another what do we call it? It's the other handle tool, right? I'm going to tag that as the shoulder. We go back to the right arm. We want to grab the stick tool. Create those sticks between those two. So now, look, we've got Laura here. Oops. We've got Laura here that got both arms. Both arms will work, right? Now, here's one of the things we can do. We want to record some positions, right? We want to record some gestures. Now, unfortunately, with our arms, They're not going to go in front of her. We could, if we wanted, we could take one arm and put it in front. But I'm going to leave him in the back. And I think maybe we'll have her, you know, hands on her hips, right? Let's make that her default position. So what we can do is we can now record her doing stuff, right? So I'm going to put her hands in position again. And then we're going to go down here and I'm going to record. I'm going to record. For about 6 seconds. There's a lot of stuff that recorded that I did not want to record. So I'm actually going to close that out. I'm going to turn off the microphone. I'm going to turn off the head camera. And I'm going to do that again. Because I don't want to record anything but just her positions of her arms. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay, let's see. Now, what you're not seeing is there's this timeline over here. So now that I've recorded stuff, you can see it's recorded a couple of layers. Basically, her arms drags. And we could set those to kind of blend with her default position, which right now she's in a classic T pose. But if we play it, that timeline, once it hits the two dragger layers, right? So I want that. I want to be able to trigger that and replay it during her performance. So I'm going to select those layers. I'm going to right click on, I'm going to say create, play, replay, and trigger. Now over here on the left hand side, it's created Dragger 2. I'm going to right click on, I'm going to rename that, and I'm going to call this default. And then I'm going to set it to Q. With that selected, I'm going to latch it so that when I press Q, it latches it. Now it went back up. That's because there's another aspect of doing these triggers, and that's under the replays over here on the right. We want to stop and sustain play on that. And I'm going to then also rename that to default. Now, what's going to happen now is like, let's turn my camera back on. Let's turn on my voice so I can be moving around. And now I press Q and my hands are going to go on my hips and they're going to stay there. They're going to stay there till I decide to press Q again. Or until I use another trigger. Now let's create another one. I'm going to move my playhead a little ways. I'm going to move her hand down and her hand up, right, to about here. I am then going to hit record, and we're going to have her wave. So let me disarm the face and the mouth. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Start waving. Wave a little slow. And stop. If I play that back, it's a little jerky for now, but we could redo it later if we want. But with those two things selected, I'm going to create and replay create a replay and trigger. There we go. Now, I want it to sustain by when it's played. I'll need to hold it down so that it plays. And then it'll just stop. It'll sustain at that last bit. I might have to end this stream because it's looking choppy. It's looking nasty. All right, we're going to go and we're going to rename this over in triggers to wave. I'm going to give that W, wave. I'm going to give it the letter W. I'm going to go back over here and we're going to say rename and say wave. So now we're going to turn back on everything. So now she's moving. We can put our hands down. Then we want to wave. Now you see this abruptness. We want it to be smooth like that, right? So what we need to do is we are going to go back to that, and we're going to use kind of the blend tool, which is when we go to the timeline and select those movements that we want to blend. We're gonna use our little pointer tool till we get the little double arrows, and what it's going to do is it creates this kind of S curve, right? So we're going to just create a small S curve at the beginning and a small S curve at the end. It's kind of like an easy ease, right? So now it creates this kind of blended move. So I'm going to go with those selected. We're going to right click and we're going to replace the wave So I'm going to delete wave. I'm going to rename this one to wave. Now we got this great. Her mouth's not moving much, is it? Is her mouth moving? There we go. She can't see my mouth because I got covered up. Let's recalibrate the camera. There we go. All right. So we can latch her hands. Now she's got her hands, I'm Laura. I'm kind of hard of hearing, but I love to say hi. Hello. Now we might need to go in and kind of fix that move. We need to stop and sustain. All right. We can latch. Yeah, her arm just kind of bends the wrong way there, doesn't it? Let's try the bend strength of a little lower. Yeah, that's too much. It's getting all wonky, so we may have to mess with that a bit to get the the bend we want. So that it looks natural. We may have to go in and do the full, not start at the stop, but actually create the wave to where we pull the arm manually around so that it doesn't do that. All right. So we were over in Illustrator. We rigged up a character. We rigged up a character from our character sheet. Laura here. Laura's this little doll here, right? We rigged her up. We fixed her eyes. We fixed her mouth. We created a torso and some arms. We then pulled it into character animator so that she can talk. Her eyes work. She blinks. We can, you know. Oh, it's latched. There we go. Oh, that didn't look. She looked kind of distorted. But there you go. So, you know, got it so her arms can be moved and triggered and posed. But you can create walk cycles. You can create different kind of animated poses and stuff with images, and this is all to bring a character to life. This is a fun program to work with. I'm really having fun messing around with it. But yeah, it's part of Adobe Creative Cloud. So if you got Creative Cloud, you may have the Adobe Character Animator. So appreciate everybody stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this. Laura and I are headed out, and we will see you Thursday. So bye-bye, folks. Maybe.